a red skull and crossbones that says kill them all and let God sort them out. That's not being admitted to say that.
I have a hat that says that.
Kill them all and let God sort them out. It's showing the ideology.
A hat that says what? Kill them all and let God sort them out.
Yeah. I got another one that says nuke them till they glow, then shoot them in the dark.
I want that one. That's awesome.
This has been referenced before, so I don't have any issue with it. Now, in terms of relevancy with these documents, this is the main reason that I want to carry out the room. We've had this discussion a couple of times during motion hearings, and try to reference it in a general sense when they've been in the courtroom, because we need to let them do their job as a finder of fact. What we have in this case is, I referred to it a couple of times as an umbrella. There's a bigger sort of overarching aspect to it, and then with these three gentlemen are a component of that. I've stated my reasons in the past for why I think that the umbrella and the larger aspects really need to come in. Quite frankly, it provides context, and it shows the references for the other individuals that are involved in that greater umbrella, and I think gives a better opportunity to sort out where these defendants potentially fall into that ladder, so to speak. The other aspect to that is with the umbrella, because, for example, we saw in one of the other exhibits, Mr. Franks posted, I think it was, the picture of the trigger switch and being able to make it fully automatic as opposed to that. As was identified, that wasn't for these three individuals, and the allegation was not made that it was one of these three individuals. What they're doing, at least at this part of the case, and Agent Nicola will not be done this afternoon, I'm assuming testifying, they'll go on farther, as we move through this process and whittle our way down to these three defendants.
The way the judge just phrased all that, he says, what we're doing here is we're going to allow this hearsay in because they're not making it accusational towards the defendants. We're going to allow this hearsay in to establish this culture. Then we're going to whittle it down and start pointing the finger at these two defendants. The judge said we. How many times in that statement?
He certainly did.
Is this orchestrated, perhaps? Why is the judge saying we? Why is he explaining the process? That should be for the prosecutor to explain the process. And then the judge says, okay, I understand what you're trying to do. I'll allow it, right? He shouldn't be explaining the whole process.
More importantly, he shouldn't be representing himself as a member of the prosecutional team.
Right?
The issue with all of that and why it is relevant is the tendency to show, and that's how we get there. And so if we get to the end of that ladder and all we have are messages about Ty Franks and how he knows how to do this, quite frankly, that makes this table's job very easy. I assume that that's not where it stops, that the other exhibits are going to go farther, but the court doesn't know that. It says everyone.
Oh, okay. Court doesn't know that, therefore he doesn't know that.
So to speak.
Just the whole we thing. Is he talking as the royal we? This is the system? Or is he like, yeah, me and the prosecutor, this is what we're working on?
He's certainly not talking about we the people. No. Certainly not.
I don't suspect.
Specific sense with the jury. Sure, we've had motion hearings, but nothing was extensive.
This sounds very odd.
So it is relevant to allowing the finder of fact to make the ultimate determination. It's just, this case is much broader and much bigger than I have used retail thought first, not to pick on shoplifting charges, but you know, if somebody walks into Walmart on a particular afternoon, takes one item off the shelf over a 5-minute span and then walks out, that in terms of a time frame is a pretty easy case. And the amount of exhibits that are associated with it are probably going to keep you. This spans a great deal of time, and it spans a great, I don't know the word, expanse, if you will, in terms of people.
It's a great prosecutorial argument you're making, Judge. Thank you for helping the prosecutor.
I do believe is relevant. And so that argument relative to relevancy will apply to this exhibit and similar movements in the past. I just wanted to make the record.
Some do, I'll give you that, but not all, and they definitely shouldn't.
He was probably a prosecutor before this, right? Like, there's no way this guy was a defense guy.
I have a feeling he was definitely a prosecutor. Someone also said he's probably angling for an appointment from the governor. He very well could be, but I don't know that. That's pure speculation without any sort of substance. But this conduct is very odd. The we in all of his statements are very odd. Now, if he said, what I think is happening is the prosecution is attempting to do this, and they are going to show that later on, based off of the prosecutor's arguments, essentially summarizing the arguments of the both parties, that's fine. But he's not. He kept saying we. That's really weird.
He's
just is.
essentially outlining the prosecutorial strategy as if he's in on it.
As if he's as if he's a part of it. And that's what I'm calling out as weird. I have no reason to believe that he is, but it certainly is weird and probably not proper.
Doesn't sound proper.
That Mr. Nunzio, I'll give all of the chance to address it again. Because I wanted that clear, but I also want